Hey guys, Zephinix here, and I want to talk about scores for a second here. Since Truth Setting You Free did bring up a score here, and I'm kind of bring this up, and I'm going to show you from a reviewer's perspective. That would be me, by the way. How I personally review scores, and how I think a lot of people are reviewing their scores. Now, I kind of review it in multiple ways here. I review it in terms of first of all what it is. Like I take what it is, how it is by itself. Okay. Then I take that score that I give it personally, and then what I do is I curve it. Now, I curve it based off a couple of things. Was it better than its predecessor? Did it have a predecessor? If it did, yeah, I'm going to curve the score. If it didn't, I'm going to leave it based the same. So say like Halo Reach was not better than Halo 3, by the way, which is not true. Halo Reach murdered Halo 3. Real talk. But anyway, say that was the case. They did not do better. Then I'm going to curve it. Now, say I gave Halo Reach originally a 91. I'm going to curve it to if a predecessor, I would curve it to a 90, I would say a 89 or maybe 88. You know, I'm going to curve it a little bit. Why? Because not only is it not better than Halo 3, I'm not saying it's not, I'm just saying that if that was the case, if it wasn't better than Halo 3, not only is it not better than Halo 3, but then there was another game after that, which was what, ODST? So if it wasn't better than ODST, which essentially are the two, you know, they're kind of the same game, the Halo Reach and Halo ODST, then I'm going to curve it dramatically depending on how many games are under there, you know, under how many games came out before that. They had plenty examples to go by off themselves. Now, say like I'm also going to curve it based on a game that's already out of that same genre. For example, say you had Halo, Reach versus Killzone 2. Now, if you know, and mind you, I don't go by graphics. If I go by graphics, yes, Killzone 2 does win hands down. I've seen the graphics; it looks beautifully. But I'm about the gameplay. Really, fuck graphics. Graphics really don't matter at the end of the day. It's all about the gameplay. The prime example of that, by the way, is in fact Gran Turismo, which had plenty of graphics going on there. You know, at least for the world graphics and the premium cars, but did not so much. The gameplay was a little bit lacking. You know, it really was. Get over it. You know, get over it. So anyway, like I was saying, and yes, I have played it extensively. I played it more times than any of you. Just letting you know that. You know, but anyway, like I said before, when it comes down to Halo 3, say Halo Reach. Say I wanted to go ahead and say Killzone 2 came out before Halo 3, right? Halo Reach rather. Okay. Now say Killzone 2 came out with a 91, okay? Came out with a 91. So if this came after a 91, right, and I wind up rating the base score of Halo Reach, let's say a 90, you know, and I didn't think it was better than Killzone, then I'm going to lower it. I'm going to lower the score. I'm going to curve the score. That being said, games like Killzone, which by the way was shit and ass when it first, the original one, and it was bad. I had it. It was bad. It wasn't that bad, but it was bad. But like I'm going to curve it up. Because I'm like, well, damn, this actually jumped over its predecessor dramatically. So yeah, let me go ahead and curve the scores up, you know. I mean, and that's some of the ways the way I review things, you know. Same thing with an anime, you know, or anything like that I review. Just go ahead and twist it. Oh, by the way, just letting y'all know, I had that up. Oh yeah, I thought I clicked on something. Someone asked me, oh, what exclusives are coming out for the Xbox 360? Here's one right here. Do not knock Bomberman by no means, man. Bomberman is shit. I just hope it's better than that Bomberman that came out for the Xbox 360. You know, the one on disc, not the one on, you know, the one on the other one. But yeah, I'm a Bomberman fan, guys. Real talk. This is old school classic right here at its best. Which, by the way, kind of goes with what I was saying about the Wii. How you can't knock the Wii. How it's far from kiddie. Because, you know, honestly, those games are the ones that are making the money right now. That's the reason why you get the Bombermans coming out. That's the reason why you're getting all these type of games coming out right now that are very close and very similar to Metroid and to Mario and things of that nature. You're going to get them. Why? Because those are the games that really were popular. You know, this day and age, what is it? First-person shooters, and people are starting getting tired of that. Real talk. I'm getting tired of first-person shooters for the most part. Yeah, I love Halo. It's another video coming. I love Halo, but really, Anyway, back to reviewer scores. So, I mean, when you go down to Gran Turismo, let's go take a look at Gran Turismo here. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, mind you that what I'm about to tell you comes from a person who has already had extensive gameplay on it. Like I said before, I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but I played the gold version, which, by the way, is like, it's like after the beta version, but before the final version. So I know some of the problems it was going to have, and I was not surprised with IGN's review with it. That being said, they did say some other things, but I mean, that I didn't think were, this was a fantastic commercial, by the way. But to be honest with you, IGN is starting to piss me off just slightly. Let me tell you why. Because this day and age, they be bitching about stupid shit that don't need to be bitched about. Like, they were crying about how you had to unlock the characters in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. Dude, you've had to unlock fighters in games for years. Why is you complaining about it now? You know? Like, you've had to do it for years. I think the only one of two games I think that you didn't have to do it with was what? Virtua Fighter and Tekken. You know? But all games have unlockable characters. You know? And I understand, you know, a lot of them had to be unlocked. Well, that's how the game goes. I mean, that's not really a bad thing. In fact, the matter is, the storyline really isn't that bad, so why not play through it? I mean, it's just like, it's ridiculous shit that does not need to be complained about. And that's what I'm talking about. And, you know, and to take the score down for something like that, yep, that's porn. Get over it. So, to take it down for something like that is ridiculous. It really is. It really is. And it's just like annoying. So, I'm just about, this video basically is back in True setting you free up, because I agree with them. You know, IGN, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, if it's a legit score, I'm good with it. But honestly, like, I think IGN just be saying shit now just to get attention. You know, because, I mean, I'm telling you right now, these scores, no. Like, who the hell is GameStyle and GameCall? I know GameCall, but really, you know, honestly, I think, let me show you who's, I think the game runs about, I would say about an 88. Between an 88 and a 90. It's really that good. Like, it's not a bad game. You know? I mean, that being said, I mean, even PlayStation Universe said this, and this kind of surprises me. While GT5 could have done with more time, incredibly, to iron out a few clinks, you know, like really, 5 years, and you know, you also got to ultimate that, guys. You got to ultimate with that too. You got to say, okay, you know, you got the score, but then how long was this motherfucker in development? And I do that too, you know, with certain games. If you've been in development for more than like 2 years, I got something to say about it. You know, and I'm going to lower your score for it. And I believe that that's a lot of people did that too. You got to put that in there. You know, like, you know, GT5, like it says right here, you know, yeah, 5 years, you had plenty of time. There is no excuse that, you know, some of these games that should not have came out. This game should have been perfect, and it wasn't. And that's annoying, because it should have been. And I'm not annoyed for myself. I'm annoyed for a lot of you. You know, like, seriously. Like, I don't understand why a lot of you defend this game. You should not be defending this game. You should be pissed off. Like, really. You should be pissed off. The fact that you are defending this game, like, Truth to Nail and the whole nine, proves, like, my theory just behind PlayStation fans and how I just don't want to be bothered with them. You know, how I just think you're just, like, literally pathetic. Seriously. That you're willing to take anything. You are willing to lick the floor. You know? That Sony walked on with shit on with shit on their boot. And that's just how I feel about it. Like, seriously, I mean, don't get it twisted. I don't agree with the score. I don't agree. Let me say it so I can understand it. I don't agree on some of the points that IGN made regarding their score, but I do agree with the score. You know, it was a little lower than I would have did it, but I do agree with it still. Why? Because you gotta change it just a little bit. You gotta twist it just a little bit, because you gotta admit, really, dude, do you not think for a second that this, like, for 5 years in development, this should have been higher? You know, it should have been a 100 down the line, in my opinion, for 5 years. And don't get it twisted. There's other games out there too, and you know, the two on the Xbox 360 side, Alan Wake and some other game too. Well, Alan Wake, you know, yeah, should have been it should have been 100 down the line too. What was Alan Wake, by the way? I've actually never played Alan Wake. So I actually heard it was actually pretty decent. So it was 83. It's pretty decent. You know? And there was other games out there too. I think there's one game out there too that came out like a launch title. But in my opinion, that one jumped machines so many times that I kind of understand why it wasn't as good as it could have been. You know, the game about the gods, just in the technical realm and everything. But anyway, I just wanted to make mention of that. So, I mean, take what you want from it as you will. But I'm just saying, I think it was a good, I think it was a really good score. That's just my opinion, though. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.